Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I'm Abhinav Girotra and I come with almost 23 years of experience in IT and over 13 years of experience working as a solution architect across industries and across various MNC organizations. And today we are going to talk about why being solution architect can be the best decision which you will take in your life in your IT world. So, who is a solution architect? Solution architect is somebody who works at the front end along with sales guys on the technical part of it when he gets the RFPs from the customers. So, who has to present technical solution? Who responds to the proposal? Who does the orals? Who creates those commercials? That is what solution architect does. And why solution architect role is so important is because it has various dimensions to it. So we'll touch upon some of them now. Why it is the coolest job in the world. As a solution architect, you're responsible for driving the top line of your organization. Everybody is looking towards you, whether it's the CEO, whether it's the CFO, whether it's the sales heads, delivery heads, finance heads, legal, marketing. You're connected to all of them because you are responsible for the revenues, right? You are the one who's going to drive the numbers. So everybody has attention on you. Everybody looks forward this team of solution architects who are actually helping the sales team drive forward. Without them, the sales team cannot do anything, and the organization cannot earn anything. Right? If sales team is not able to sell, there is no revenue. Then there is no delivery. Then there is nothing happening. So that is the kind of admiration or the kind of attention which solution architects team does get from all the work. So even the CEO office, you'll get to interact with them multiple times during the course of your RFP creations. The second part is yes, you get to work with the sales team very, very closely. And that is like you get to learn all their secrets, how they work with the customer, what are the engagements to do, how do they convince the customer, what are the strategies, what are the tactics, how does the solution work, what does the customer want, how does these kind of organization work, how do the customers in various industry, for example in Middle East, what kind of the mindset the customer has, what are they typically looking for, or if you're talking to US based customers, what is their requirement, what kind of they look at, or if you're talking at European customers or customers based out of UK, they have a total different way of working, so what you should do with them, you get to learn when you work with the sales team, and that is one of the rarest skill which you can get. You can learn on your job, and it is going to help you in your career, and it is going to help you in your personal life also. Now coming to the next thing, that is like, if you have that mindset, growth mindset, technology mindset, if you have one core skill, for example you come from ERP background or cloud background, but that is your core skill, but you still want to learn more about what's happening right now in the technology world and what are the other technologies. For example, coming from ERP, you still know what is a microservice, what is a cloud migration to looks like, what do you do in a Java world, and several other things. So you also know what's happening in the Chat GPT and Gen AI adventures. What kind of AI ML possibilities are there? What are the discussions going on? What is Microsoft doing? What is Oracle doing? What are the databases which is coming? What are happening in the data lake warehouse? So all these things, if you are still interested and you're not just sticking to one core skill which you learned, then this is the best thing which you will get, because you're going to learn more about these things in the course of responding to various RFPs. You'll get RFPs from different customers who want different technical solutions. So you'll have to respond to them. So it's obvious that you will have to learn something about them, and if you have some idea about them, it's always going to help you in responding to them in a much effective manner. So you get SMEs working from different teams. You get team A, team B, team C who provide you some SMEs. For example, a cloud SME, a network SME, somebody else. But you are the one who is responsible for stitching them all together. If you don't know the basics of it, they'll take you for a ride. So it's better that you learn all these things. So, and you get to learn all these things in the course of your job itself. So that is how. Uh, if you have that growth mindset, if you have the T-shaped skills, solution architect is the best thing which you can learn. And you also get to learn about the business and the domains. So your one customer may be FMCG customer, and the other customer may be from the manufacturing field, the third customer may be from the finance industry, The fifth customer may be from the hospitality industry. So who in the world will get an exposure to all these industries, right? So you get it on your job. You get to know how the various industries work, how the various geographies work, how does different lines of business work, how does a public department work, how does a government work, how does a city's government work, or you can say how does a federal government work, what are the different constraints. You get to know all these things if you are in this job, and this is like the best thing which you can get. And then other thing is you get to travel the world. You have to meet the customers, you have to do the orals, you have to do workshops, you have to do meetings. And as a perk of this job, being a solution architect, you get to travel across the world meeting customers on your own. And it can be of short duration, from 1 days to 2 days to few weeks, and sometimes even months, if you have to do knowledge transfer to these guys, to your customers. That's what they may want, right? Next part is your job is never mundane. It is always adventurous and exciting, as we learned, right? Every RFP is different. Every customer is different. They want different solutions. They have different objectives. They have different problems. And who is there to solve? It's you. So every RFP is going to give you a new set of problems, a new strategic thinking which you will have to evolve to respond to that solution. Not only that, that RFP is different, but you will get to work with different teams also. You'll have to maybe work with a cloud team, and maybe with a different scenario. Now you are working with an ERP team with a different scenario. Then you are working with a Java based team with a totally different scenario. The scope is different, the technology is different, the way you have to respond to it may be different. So all these things, it's not that your regular 9 to 5 job where you come, you talk to customer, you have calls in the morning, you have calls in the evening, and you're done, and every day you're following the same routine. You know that, okay, on this day I have this call, this call, this call, that call, and that's it, and prepare these reports and your job is done. No, it's very dynamic role. It was always going to keep you on your toes, and it's an adventurous, exciting place to be. So that's what solution architect role is about. So coming to the end, as we just discussed, right? If you have the T-shaped and the growth mindset, and you're always learning, and you want to travel, and you want to be somebody who can talk to customers, who can talk to CXOs, who can give presentations, who has immense confidence. If you have the storytelling skills, if you have the technology skills, if you know about something about design thinking, if you have all these knowledge, and you are always looking to learn more, if you are always inquisitive, and you are not getting frustrated by what customer is asking you again and again, uh, with some modifications, and you still have that persistence, if that winning gives you that adrenal rush, then being a solution architect, that is the job which you should be looking at, and it will be the best decision which you will ever make in your life. Thank you.